What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. My name is Gregson. Welcome to Shifting Lanes. Today is a very exciting day for the channel because the Volvo is back. Let's see what exactly happened to this thing and how we took care of it. Alright, so for this video what I'm going to do is give you a little walk around of how we fixed the front end, what the parts cost was, and exactly what we did to make this thing, actually, look good again after the little fender bender. If you didn't know, check out the last video where we found out that we were backed into. It was one of my neighbors. It's not a big deal. We got it fixed. Like I said, these things happen, so you just have to kind of roll with the punches. And what's exactly what we did. So as you can probably see, this is not the same color as this, and there's also a fender on the driver's side as well that does not body color match at all. So without further ado, let's take a walk around the front end. I'll also open up the hood and show you exactly what's going on inside the hood, and then we're going to talk cost, and we're going to talk cost about what I paid, how much I saved, and what the body shops said we would actually get if we went through them. So let's go check this thing out. All right, so as you can see, the hood is that classic Volvo goldish kind of, tan silver thing. It's that weird kind of ambiguous color that's between a lot of different, blander colors. If I had to call it anything, I would call it gold silver. But you can see this is the original color. It's that gray that we had originally, and down the side of the body, the roof, that's the original color of the car. The hood's a different color, and this is black. So you can see the contrast of all three things here. Right here, we got the goldish tan, silver, whatever it is, black, and gray. This headlight was also completely smashed in, and I'll throw up a quick B-roll of what it did look like. So yeah, that was it was definitely smashed. And the thing was, this was just a really quick kind of backing into. This was nothing major. This was not a major accident. So you can see that even just fender benders can be costly and can do a lot of damage. The rest of the car, it tracks straight. It was just backed into. Nothing was wrong with the wheels, even though the wheels are still, in really crummy shape. What's it called? Words are failing me right now. The alignment, there it is. That's the word I was looking for. The alignment was perfectly fine, and nothing had to be done with that. So you can kind of see, this is, now to kind of go through the parts list, this is a hood from a standard V70. So if you didn't know, all of these hoods are aluminum from this generation, so you can kind of mix and match them a little bit. It doesn't fit exactly correct. I mean, there's a pretty wide panel gap here that's wider than it was originally. The hood is in pretty decent shape. There's some stuff here. You can see a little paint degradation and chipping away. So it's not a huge issue, because if you guys didn't know, we are going to repaint this car eventually. You can see a pretty good panel gap here. This is plastic, so I think we can actually reform this a bit and make it a little bit of a less panel gap. The rest of the bumper is in really good shape. The bumper clips, you can see that there was a larger panel gap here. We got rid of that by reattaching the bumper in a better place, and this panel gap is considerably better than it used to be, because if you go back in here, you can kind of see right along here, there's a way to, well, it's kind of difficult to see in the sun, but in here there's a Torx screw, and right back in here, there's a sheet, or not a sheet, but a thing that kind of goes into the bumper, and if you have a Torx screw, you can unscrew that to unclip the bumper, and then kind of reinsert it and tighten the screw back down to make sure that you have it perfectly tight, and that it raises the bumper and makes it fit flush to any other of the body panels that came through. So that is what it looked like outside. Let's take a look underneath the hood to see how this thing fits as the hood and everything else fits together after it was all put on. So the hood is popped. It's a bit of a different latch than it was stock, so you can see that this is a slightly different thing. There was actually a it wasn't a button type thing like you have here. It was a little flip to the side. So this is a push up, and this releases the latch. The latch goes back down in there, fits perfectly. These particular latches go down in there, and same thing on the other side, and everything matches up fine. So, I mean, this hood bolted up perfectly fine to the existing mounts and bars, and the windshield washer lines mated right up perfectly. Everything fits, you know, within a good standard. So I'm pretty happy with how everything kind of lined up. It's not exact, like I said. The hood does not close 100%, or I mean, it closes 100%, but this part of the bumper here does not. I mean, I showed you before, the panel gap is pretty big. So we close this, and you can see, like I said before, the panel gap's larger than it was before. So it's not 100%, but it's to a standard that I think is acceptable for a project car. And once we get this thing, you know, into a body shop for a respray, you know, we have some friends that we're going to show you in a future video, hopefully in the summer when, you know, all this snow crap is gone, where we do a full respray and talk about proper paint management, how to paint a car, the whole process that goes down. So we have some friends to partner with that on. But without further ado, let's get to the kind of meat and potatoes of this video, and let's hop inside and I can show you and talk about the pricing, because it's ridiculous. Okay, so this is pretty insane. I really wish I could sit here today and tell you that the myth of an expensive Volvo is totally false and totally debunked, but I can't do that. What I can say is that routine maintenance on these cars is not really that much more expensive than, say, you know, a Honda Accord. We got the oil and transmission flushed from this car. This is a 2004, if you've never seen any of our videos. This is a 2004 Volvo V70R. And Volvo has the stigma of being really expensive to maintain and blah, blah, blah. Routine maintenance on most cars, unless you're getting into the Ferrari realm and really, really high-end stuff, oil changes and routine maintenance is fairly good and fairly cheap for almost anything. You're gonna have within a $50 to $100 range for almost everything. We got the oil and trans fluids completely changed in this, and it was $100. We didn't even do it. So if you did it yourself, you could probably do it for between 30 and 50 bucks yourself. And on a Honda Accord, it's gonna be, you know, almost the same thing. So that stuff, totally. When it comes to other things, Volvo is totally expensive. So what I have here are some quotes for some prices. And I took it to 3 different body shops. And this is, again, for the hood. The hood needed to be new. It was aluminum, you can't reform it. The fender was bent in beyond repair a little bit, and the headlight needed to be redone. The bumper was actually in good shape, so we didn't need to swap the bumper. That is the original bumper. We just reformed it and reclipped it. So it actually turned out to be the same price for this bumper, which was given to us by a friend, and I will shout him out in 1 second. That we found on some of the Facebook groups. So let's talk about that first. So what we did is we sourced these parts that we put on the car from a kid named Alex Spinner. And big shout out to you, Alex. Thank you so much for helping us out with this. If you don't know Alex, he's on pretty much every Volvo group known to mankind on Facebook, and you can also check him out on his Instagram, which I will put up here right now. I'm not sure where it is, but go check him out, go follow him. He is a Volvo V70R hoarder in the best way possible. So he saw my message on some of these groups and basically reached out and said, hey dude, I have the parts you need. Please get in contact. I sent him a message and we went back and forth a few times, and his family dropped off the parts to me at my job on the way down to their family vacation in Virginia. So huge shout out to all you guys, the whole Spinner family. So thank you so much for helping us out and helping my neighbor save a few dollars, because he was really appreciative after he saw these quotes. So without further ado, let's get into the nitty gritty here. I'm not going to name any shops because I don't believe that I should in this particular scenario. I don't think that it's, you know, right to call out, you know, one shop is giving you better deals than the other. So I can say that all these shops were in the Morris County area. They're all within 15 minutes of where I live. This one was in Morristown, New Jersey, and one of these numbers is right here. It is $2,630 right there. $2,630. That is to fix everything except the bumper. So new hood, respray, make sure everything fits, new fender, respray, and all that, along with the hours and repainting. With the bumper, what we're talking about is this number here, which is $4,057.80. So that's everything. And I'll read you the list quickly. Fender, left fender, add clear coat, add for edging, and respray. Front bumper and grille, bumper assembly, mounting brackets, front door. They're actually talking about the shell of the door a little bit, just to get anything done on that side. The front headlamp. The front headlamp, so these are glass headlights, for those of you that do not know. $1,267.86 to replace one of these headlights. Volvo guys, Volvo girls, you know, these are expensive headlights. They're glass, they're projection, they move up and down. They're not just like two bulbs that are high beam and low beam. These things actually move. So the whole assembly is ridiculously expensive. I was just talking to the guy on the phone from Long Valley Auto Works. His name is Paul. Go check them out if you're in the North Jersey area. They're really good at what they do. Paul said the ballast for some of these lights could be hundreds of dollars. So yeah, I have the broken one in the back just to, if anyone needs a part. I have the broken headlight and all the other stuff. The headlight and the bulbs are all intact and everything like that. So if you need that, please, you know, let me know. Yeah, so $1,267 for the headlight from this particular quote, and actually it's the same on the other quote. Then the hood overlap, clear coat, underside, paint spray, clean for delivery, color tint to match. So all of this stuff added up to $4,057.80. That is one. The next one was also without bumper. So this was sans bumper. $3,427.91. And it was a lot of the same stuff. Oh wait, sorry, no. That's incorrect. This one was $5,094.66. Right there. Just so you know, it is right. Yep. Focus. There you go. $5,000 for a hood, a bumper, a fender, and a light, and to make sure everything matches. And I mean, it's the labor costs here. The labor costs are, you know, they're ridiculous. But I mean, that's what they charge. You know, that's what these shops charge. $50 an hour, $32 an hour. One was $90 an hour. So that's those two. The third shop was a verbal quote over the phone. They said they can take a look at it when they come in, but from what I was saying and what they were putting into their computer, over $6,000. So that is a tremendous amount of money, because we only paid $3,900 for this car, which is absurd. I mean, there was a great deal on the car. It was low mileage for one of these cars. I think we got around 135,000 miles, 134. I forget the exact number already, honestly. But yeah, it boggled my mind how much money it was going to take to fix this thing. So, Alex, again, dude, you really helped out to save some money here. He gave us all the parts for I'm not going to say the cost. I actually went back and forth with him this morning on Facebook, say, hey, can I tell the cost? I'm not going to say the cost of what he gave us. I'll give you the total of what the parts and the whole labor cost after everything, what it actually cost. He gave us a ridiculous discount, because these things are expensive. You know, you can sell like a brand new headlight. I was saying $1,200, $1,267. You can get a used one on some of these forums and the Facebook groups and what have you, on eBay and whatever, for a few hundred. I mean, you know, and that's a great savings as well, because brand new, it's just a lot of money. But Alex gave us a crazy deal on the parts. So be forewarned, if you do reach out to him, he's not going to give you the same discount, because he was, you know, he felt bad about what happened, and he's been following the channel. And again, dude, you're a rock star. Thank you so much for helping out. The total of this with install, took it to Long Valley Auto Works. Everything included was just shy of $1,200. So we fixed the car And I mean, just without paint matching. I mean, obviously these things needed to be paint matched, and that was a big cost as well. Just the parts alone, we probably saved $2,000, which is insane. The whole entirety of this fix cost less than what one of the body shops wanted for a freaking headlight. Think about that for a second. That is absolutely ridiculous. I like I said, I wish I could tell you these cars are cheap. They're just not. They're not cheap at all. So, I don't want to take up any more of your time today, because this is just kind of an update video where I wanted to show you the price costs and what you could get from a forum and friends, because now I'm considering some of these Volvo guys and some of you guys are my friends, because you're loving the channel, you're helping out with a lot of this stuff. And when you guys reach out to me to say, hey, we have the parts for you, we want to help you out, get in touch with me, that's a friendly thing to do. And I'm really loving that about the Volvo community. It was really kind of interesting to see that, how it lined up with the Subaru community. I have some of my best friends in my life now from the Subaru community, and I consider them some of my best friends. I can see the same thing happening over time with the Volvo community. You guys are amazing. So yeah, I'm with that said, I'm kind of, I really loved having this car back. I got really excited to pick it up the other day and drive it home, even though looks like it's from a bad side of town right now. But I'm really kind of falling in love with this car a little bit, and I love it. I think it's a really cool car, and when this project is finished, there's no way I'm getting rid of this thing. I totally love this car. And I think that it's going to bring a lot of good content for you guys and bring a lot of good memories for me in the years to come. And I hope you continue to watch these videos, even if it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 years down the line, because I'm always going to think of something new and fun to bring to you guys to watch. So with that being said, the next thing that we are going to do on this car is an exhaust. So we have ordered a custom exhaust, and some of you probably do know who we've ordered from, but it's another very well-known Volvo person that's just kind of getting started. So I'm not going to break that news here. I'll break that in the exhaust video, and it is going to sound ridiculously good, because this car sounds great as is. It's going to sound that much better. So that's it for this update. There's more stuff to come in the future. Again, repaint, respray. I have a really cool idea for a stopgap for that, and I'm reaching out to some people to see if we can get a break on some really cool things and do a partnership. So stay tuned for that. The exhaust install, we are definitely manual swapping. You guys all know Rolling Motors. We're going to Rolling Motors for the manual swap. I've reached out to Ben, and we are going to get a schedule down. Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to follow this, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to follow anything we do, hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button. You'll get a notification every time we upload a video, and why would you not want that? Because we're awesome and you guys are awesome too. So thank you all for the support. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and stay tuned for the next video, which should be coming on Thursday, where I believe Chad is going to talk about something M3 related and whatever. If you want to watch that, fine, cool. Yeah, that's it. I'm Gregson. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. See ya.